So first of all, thanks you so much for joining us. This is really cool. You are joined by four fans that are, well, almost all around the world. Two of them are in France,
Okay.
one in Paris, the Benoit Paire look-alike as
Okay.
Hugo. And then we have Pierre, who is in Strasbourg.
Yes.
We have Nora, who is in Argentina, in the outskirts of Buenos Aires. And
Nice.
Cherish, who is in Bangalore in India.
I was close from there. Never. I was in Pune.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
They have come up with the toughest questions for you ever.
Okay.
I hope you're ready for this.
Yeah, I'm ready for this challenge. Let's go.
Okay, let's go. We'll start with Pierre in Strasbourg. The floor is yours, Pierre.
Yes. Hello, Félix.
Yes, hello.
Do you think your friendship with Denis Shapovalov helps you in your career?
Well, we know each other for a long time. It helps, knowing somebody on the tour when you arrive. I feel like now I've developed relationships with other players, and I've had the chance, to meet a lot of great guys. But, when you come to have a guy like Denis that I know for a long time, the fact that we play Davis Cup and team events together is also a good thing. And I wish we could have it even more. But, how the tennis is made, you have to, focus on yourself. But I think having friends on tour also helps in the long term, for sure.
Do you think that the fact that you guys are so good, both of you, and in such good friends in the same generation, makes you push each other to become better players just because there's that like very healthy competition between the two of you?
Yeah, for sure. There's, that's a good question. I think if it's always tougher if there's only one of you. I think, the pressure is kind of divided also. It's not only on one person. So I think that's a good thing. And I think, we've been pushing each other for a few years now, and we're going to keep on pushing each other. And also with the likes of Vacek and Milos in our country, I think, in a golden generation for the tennis in our country. But it's hopefully it keeps on getting better. And for sure, Denis and I, we push each other, but it's all in a positive and healthy way.
Great. Cherish, to Bangalore we go.
Okay, so I want to know, so obviously growing up a tennis player and practicing your whole life, you would have always wanted to be a tennis player. But was there ever a moment in like your practice or during a tournament that you felt that, okay, for sure, this is the right thing that I'm doing. I have it in me to be a professional tennis player, or like it's not just a pipe dream? And so did you ever have that moment, and can you describe it for us?
Well, good question, but it goes gradually. I think, it started for me when I was 6-7 years old. I was already playing tennis a lot, with my dad, but really for fun. And, he was my coach since the beginning of my tennis, tennis moments. But it really it started with a dream, and then you hope you can one day do that, but it seems so far, and I feel like, for me, the time, I think when I was probably 14 or 15, I won matches in Challenger, and actually before playing well in the junior tournaments, and I felt like, okay, that might be a moment where I would say I clicked in my mind that I have something within me that if I keep on doing good things and training well, I can become a good professional tennis player. And after, it was little by little, but obviously then winning the, junior Grand Slam. And then after winning my first Challenger, that's when for me, it really became like, okay, now I can say I'm a professional tennis player, because, not every professional tennis player that I've tried to play for their career have won Challenger. So for me, it was a big step. Yeah.
Hugo Paire.
Yeah. Hi. Congratulations for your win today.
Thank you.
So my question was, were you used to go to the stadiums when you were young?
Yeah, well, in Canada, we didn't have many tournaments like in France,
Yeah.
Not as much. But we had the big, the Rogers Cup, the Masters 1000 in Montreal. And we had a WTA tournament in Quebec City, where I grew up. So I was going to both, I was going to both tournaments whenever I had the chance. It was, yeah, it's always a, you know, great feeling to see the professionals that you see on TV, you know, playing in person. It's honestly so different. And now I feel like maybe I forgot or I don't realize it anymore. But I remember, you know, as a kid, going to see them, you know, how fast they move, how hard they hit. Yeah, it's pretty amazing, and I've only had good memories. But I also have a clear memory of attending a match at the Archer Ashe Stadium when I was 13. We got tickets, you know, for a night match and saw Murray against Lopez. So that was a great memory for me. You know, being there for the first time and seeing this live was a dream for a kid.
Were you ever a ball boy, or were you an autograph hunter, or?
Not so much. I was a ball boy in my local club tournament once. You know, kids would even do line judge. That's just to tell you how amateur it was. You know, it was really like an amateur tournament in my club. So, you know, I think maybe I was a ball boy and then called a few lines in the second set. Who knows? But I did that, but no, nothing else than that. And autographs, you know, there wasn't many tournaments I could attend. So I tried as much as I could, but I didn't get that many in my childhood.
Do you remember getting one?
Not in particular, no. And sometimes, you know, the kids would rush and the court to get autographs, and I would just I would sit back because, I don't know, I didn't want to get hit to get an autograph. I don't know. It wasn't as important to me.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, and we'll finish with our Argentinian candidate, Nora.
Hi, Felix. How are you?
Hello. I'm good, thank you.
I want to know who was your idol when you were young.
Well, I had many. Obviously, you know, Federer and Nadal were, you know, the everyone's idols. You know, when I was growing up, being born in 2000, I was, it was these guys were dominant when I was growing up, and then came Djokovic, and then Murray, and then all these guys. So these were all, you know, my big idols. I remember being also having an affection for Tsonga, you know, just because as a kid, when you grow up having, you know, a player that I guess looks like you in terms of physically, and it was, for me, it was a good example. You know, it was a good example. I love the way he played. He was spectacular and physically in his game, and yeah, it was a joy to watch. And I remember as a kid, this was, you know, one of my big idols growing up, and I always wished I could, you know, play like him and be like him one day.
Great, Felix. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for your time. Yeah,
Best
thank you
of
for your
luck
question.
for the rest of the doubles tournament.
Thank you.
And just before we go, we have a tradition here in Chatting with Fans. We take a funny pause. We hold it for 3 seconds so we can screenshot it and end the broadcast with something.
Okay.
All right. So everybody ready for the funny face? 3, 2, 1. Here we go.